Hello guys, wanted to share with you today my new build on this new Saiga 12. I just finished up doing some shooting and I figured I'd go ahead and just make a video of this new build I just finished up. I build these quite often for several people. Got some local pawn shops I do some work for. I just kind of want to show you this one. This will be one of my personal ones. I'll go over a couple features on this gun. We'll start at the back. We've got a Magpul CTR stock. We've got the commercial size buffer tube. We've also added the Ace folder knuckle to the back of this with the internal receiver block, and that what had to do there was actually remove the tang that comes on the Saiga stock. Had to mill and cut that off. Had to do some clearing in the receiver here to get it to fit. Added the Hogue pistol grip. Added a new Tapco G2 fire control group. Moved it from its stock location forward. Now, I actually manufacture the extended mag releases and I manufacture the charging handles myself. So these are not bought. I build these in-house, add them to the guns. I can usually customize whatever you want said here. Obviously this one says Sinister, but don't ask me why. It's just something I picked. Now, I usually love SGM Tactical. They make some really good magazines. They used to be Surefire, but then SGM got them. Really good magazines. Usually had trouble at a Pro Mag, but switched over to SGM. Really good guys to deal with. Now, moving on up, I've added the Chaos quad rail to this, which I love Chaos. They make a really good product. Looks really good on the Saigas. Magpul foregrip. Just threw some, cosmetic covers on here. Then also on the Saiga, sometimes they're a little problematic with the gas systems. So if you add the auto plug TAC 47 into these, shouldn't never have a problem with it again. They're a really good plug. And then at the front of the gun, I love the Chaos Warthog muzzle brakes, door breachers. Really good look on the guns. Now, what I do internal to these guns, obviously as you can see, everything is mirror polished. All the internals in this thing, the hammer, I reprofile the bottom and polish the carrier. The bolt inside of these, the bolt is actually what extracts the shell out. I do a lot of polishing and reprofiling on the bottom of the bolt for super reliability. Now, don't really feel like taking, well, I guess I can. I'll take the dust cover off this thing real quick. Just bear with me. Internal to this gun, you can see how the hammer's polished, reprofiled. I also add a low recoil spring. I add a Delrin rod guide onto here. So that also really helps with the reliability. Let's see, the rails that's factory in here, I polish those, get those slicked up and smoothed down. I change the springs out with different performance springs. Your main spring in here, I change all those out. Now, these guns, when they were earlier versions, the gas block right here, that's actually under all this, you can actually see right in here is the gas block. This is the gas tube that runs up. The gas block really didn't have a lot of clearance in it, and they only put 3 portholes in the barrels to run the gas up to run your piston. Now, sometimes you have problems out of them, other times you don't. But I always like to, when I start a build for someone, I go ahead and put a 4th gas port in the barrel, and I clearance the glass block out. That ensures you have enough gas. That, in conjunction with your auto plug, you can even dial the gas setting out on these to lower the gas if you're having too much gas going through your gun. So basically, when I build a gun, there's never no problems with the gassing on these. They always run good for me. This personal build right here, I would take this and enter it in a competition shoot with 7-shot 2 3/4 load, and I wouldn't be concerned at all. So basically, these guns, when I'm done with them, you have a competition Saiga. Give you kind of a front shot of this. I even add the little skulls on there just for a little bit of dazzle. Some people like it, some people don't, but I found it kind of neat when I add those on. I can even put rhinestones in the skull eyes. I decided to go with clear ones on this to kind of give it a diamond look. Some people want me to put blood red ones in there. And then just your typical sight mark red dot up top. You know, you're shooting a shotgun, you pretty much aim in the general vicinity, you're going to hit your mark. This gun, I've timed this one, and with a 12 round mag in this one, I can dump 12 rounds out of it in just over 2 seconds. Now that's a really fast trigger pull. That's almost basically bump firing the gun, but this one will unload about 2.2 to 2.3 seconds, 12 rounds through it. So if you're looking for a home defense gun, yeah, it's probably a little overkill. But think of it this way: if you've got a mob of 10 to 20 people coming at you, 12 rounds going down range in under 2 seconds of buckshot, you know, that's pretty much going to hit the mark and do what you need it to do. But your typical Remingtons, you know, your Mossbergs, shotguns, that's a really good home defense shotgun. This one, you know, yes, it will work for home defense, obviously, but if you don't want to spend the kind of money on these, or aren't really looking for the amount of firepower, you know, I would just go with your standard shotguns. Now for competition shooting, which that's what we do a lot with these, we like to take these out and have competitions with them. Really, really good gun. A lot of people go with the Veprs. A Vepr is already kind of a modified Saiga like this one, but it still don't come nowhere near to the extent that this one's done up to. And the Veprs, you can't really modify. I mean, you can, but you can't get all the available parts for the Veprs like you can the Saigas. It's hard to find the quad rails. You can find them, but I think the Saigas look much better when they're all done up. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just kind of wanted to show you this. Hopefully I can get one on here a little sooner, me shooting this one. If I would have thought about it ahead of time, I would have got some video of it shooting prior. But anyways, if you have any questions, comments, leave them in below. If you actually want to contact me about a build, I can actually do your builds for you on these guns. I can get you a gun. Well, as of right now, Obama's put a ban on them, so it's a little difficult to get them right now from a dealer, but I do have several of them stocked up, or have contacts where I can get a couple of them, and then we can put you in for a build. Thanks, guys.